Hello, chums. So, this is Tuesday class. We're going to do the chapter 3. We're going to explain that how we have to do. Then we will lead to the exercises, and in sometimes it may twist the questions. Probably. Okay, at first we're going to check the chapters fully, then we're going to go into the exercise, then we're going to end the video. Okay, let's move to this. So that's the math, and we have to move to the chapter 3. Because if we just explain the chapter 3, you will be the master in the short questions and MCQs. So that's the chapter 3, measurement. In real life, we constantly use different types of objects. Measurement is the determination of the quantity of those objects. Generally, we measure length, weight, area, and volume, etc. in case of solid objects. But since liquids do not have a specific shape, the amount of liquid is determined by keeping it in a container and determining the volume of the container. In this chapter, we will discuss in the detail the measurement of length, area, weight, and the volume of liquids. And at the end of this chapter, the students will be able to explain the interaction of measuring length and solve related problem. Explain how weight and volume of liquid are measured and solve the related problem. Just determine the area of rectangle or square by measured length and width of a scale. Measure weight of goods by different measuring units of weight. Measure volume of liquids by different measuring units of volume. Measure things of everyday life approximately. That's the teaching. Let's come to the lesson. 3.1 Measurement of length. We buy clothes, electric wire, rope, etc. from the market. These are bought and sold by comparing with the standard length. Again, we need to know the distance of a school, bus, or station from our home. This distance is also found by comparing with the same standard length. This standard length is known as the unit of the measurement of the length. There are two systems of measuring length. Number 1, British system. Number 2, metric system. That's very important for MCQ. It may tell you that what are the system of measuring length. How many there are system of measuring length. So you'd mention there are two systems of measuring length, and what are they? They are British system and metric system. Okay, in the next step, that's the figure of scale of a ruler, and in the next we're going to read in the British system yard, foot and inch are in use and the units of measurement of length. However, at the present, most of the countries of the world use metric system. In metric system, meter, centimeter, and kilometer are in use as the unit of measurement of length. 1/10 millionth part of the length from the North Pole to the equator along the latitude to Paris is considered to be 1 meter. That's very important thing. 1/10 millionth part of the length from the North Pole to the equator along the latitude towards Paris is considered to be 1 meter. Let me just mark it. Next up, in metric system, meter is the unit of measuring length. Meter. 1 meter is equal to 1/10 millionth part of the length from the North Pole to the equator. So this is a picture of the world. So that's the North Pole, and in the middle, in the center, there is equator. So throughout the world, the measure scale made at mixture of platinum and uranium is considered as the ideal or standard scale. It is kept in the French Science Museum. That would be important for you in the MCQ. Which are kept in the French Science Museum? You would have to answer platinum and uranium. And where the platinum and uranium is kept? It is kept in the French Science Museum. So that's very important for MCQ. These are important for MCQ. These are important for MCQ. This and this. Where did it kept? It is kept in the French Science Museum. For the necessity of different countries, the local scale is made from the standard scale to measure exactly. Observe that measuring lengths and weights and volumes of liquid, Bangladesh has introduced International Standard System or International Unit SI in 1982. So in the MCQ, it may ask that when did the Bangladesh has introduced the International Standard System of International Unit SI. So you have to, there may be some answers that in 1982 or 1980 or 1999, 1999 or 1990. You have to answer pointed at 1982. So what's the meaning of the international unit? The full short form, of the international unit is SI, and the full form of SI is international unit. Next up, units of measurement of length. So in the metric system, it is called 10 millimeters mm is equal to 1 centimeter cm, 10 centimeters is equal to 1 decimeter dm, 10 decimeters is equal to 1 meter m, 10 meters is equal to 1 decameter dam, 10 decameters is equal to 1 hectometer hm, 10 hectometers is equal to 1 kilometer km. These are all in the metric system, and in the British system, it's 12 inches is equal to 1 foot, 3 feet is equal to 1 yard, 1760 yards is equal to 1 mile. Relation between the metric and British system. So 1 inch is called 2.54 centimeters approx, and 1 mile it is called 1.61 kilometers approx, and in 1 meter it is called 39.37 inches approx. In 1 kilometer it's called 0.62 miles approx. So that's the daily lab activity. I don't even explain that. So we are going to move to the next lesson. That's the 3.2 measurement of area. The concept of measurement of area is very important in our life. Absolutely, it's very important in our life. Our dwelling houses, educational institutions, hospital, and various institutions, etc., are important constructions for us. We need to know the area of the land on which these institutions are built. An enclosed space is a region, and the measurement of the region is area. Every region usually has length and width. So that's very important. An enclosed space is a region, and the measurement of the region is area. Every region usually has length and width. So for the measurement of area, a square with one side of unit length is taken as a unit of area. The unit of area is 1 square unit. The area of square of one of side is 1 meter is 1 square meter. 1 square is 1 square. Square 1 meter. Similarly, 1 square foot, 1 square centimeters, etc. are also used as units of area. So that's the figure. In measuring the area of a region, one needs to find out how many units fit in the region. Let the length of a square be 1 meter. Therefore, the area of the square is 1 square meter. Each of the sides of the square is divided into 10 equal parts, and the opposite points of the division are joined together. So that's the figure. What's that figure? The explanation is in the next page. So we are going to listen to that. In figure 1, the length of sides each small square is 1 decimeter. From the figure 2, it is visible that there are 100 very small squares in one small square is in figure 1. So 1 square meter is equal to 100 square decimeters. That's very, very important. That's very, very important. I'm underlining that. That's very, very important. Similarly, considering the square with side of 1 decimeter in length and dividing into 10 equal parts as before, it can be shown that the area is equal to 1 square decimeters is equal to 10 centimeters multiplied by 10 centimeters or 100 square centimeters. So 1 square meter is equal to 100 multiplied by 100 square centimeters is equal to 10,000 square centimeters. So it's not 1, it's actually 10,000 square centimeters. So 1 square meter is equal to what? 10,000 square centimeters. Observe, the meaning of 4 meters square is not the same as 4 square meters. 4 meters square means the square region with a side of 4 meters in length and whose area is 4 multiplied by 4 or 16 square meters, but 4 square meters means the area of a region is 4 square meters. That means the square and the normal normal meter is not the equal. That means the Square meter is in the perspective of area, and 4 meter is perspective of distance. So next up, formula of area of some region. Rectangle, in rectangle, area of the rectangle region is equal to length multiplied by breadth, or L multiplied by B. In parallelogram, area of the parallelogram region is equal to base into height, L into H. Triangle, in the triangle they said area of the triangle is equal to half into base into height, half into base into height. These are very much important. Let me just stomach this. That's a very important you have to do. These are the figures of the triangles. These are the explanation that half. Why is it half? Because it is shown that the triangle is being half because half of the quadrilateral or half of the square is the triangle. So it has mentioned as half. Somebody may ask like this, that why it is called half into base into height. Let me just explain. It is half because half of the quadrilateral is triangle. Let me just draw it in. So that's a quadrilateral. If you just make it half, you see that there are two triangles mentioned in here. There are two triangles. Okay, there are two triangles. So that's the explanation might be. Or you could explain, or could be explained like this. Next up, relation between the metric and British system in measuring area, the British system and the local system. In the British system, we can see in here that 1 square inch is equal to 6.45 square centimeters approx. 1 square feet is equal to 929 square centimeters approx, and in the 1 square yard is equal to 0.84 square meters approx. And the local system is said that 1 square centimeters is equal to 0.155 square inches approx. 1 square meters is equal to 10.76 square feet approx, and in 1 hectare is equal to 2.47 acres approx. So that's the physical activity where you could do that. I don't want to waste the time on these activities. 3.3 Measurement of weights. Every object has its own weight. To measure the weight, different units are used in different countries. In metric system, gram is as the unit of measurement of weight. The weight of 1 cubic centimeter of a purified water at 4 degrees Celsius is equal to 1 gram. That's very important, so I highlighted it. There are 2 more units for measurement of weights. These units are used for measurement of large quantities of goods. The unit are quintal and metric ton. So next up is the units of measurement of weight. 10 milligrams mm is equal to 1 centigram cm. 10 centigrams is equal to 1 decigram dg. 10 decigrams is equal to 1 gram gm. 10 grams is equal to 1 decagram dec. 10 decagrams is equal to 1 hectogram hg. 10 hectograms of kg is equal to 1 kilogram kg. 1 kilogram kg is equal to 100 grams. 100 kilograms is equal to 1 quintal. 1000 kilograms or 10 quintals is equal to 1 metric ton. That's very important when you will mention the maths. When you will do the maths, this would be very important in order to convert the units. Let me just go beyond. In the cities and villages, scales and weights are used for measuring weight goods. The weights are 5 gram, 10 gram, 50 gram, 100 gram, 200 gram, 500 gram, 1 kg, 2 kg, 5 kg, 10 kg, etc. In the cities and villages, I've seen that in the ancient times, people just measure those goods, measured the goods in a balance in measuring weights. On the left side there were the measuring weights, and the right side was the stop. So in this way they measure the weights. If the balance is equal, then the weight is equal to. Nowadays in cities, weights are measured by using graduated balance. These balances look like the lower part of the truncated pyramid. Goods to weights are kept on the top of the balance, and one of the later sides of the gradual like a clock. The point of the balance moves clockwise like the minute hand of the clock. When something is placed on the balance, the is at the of the pointer represents its weight. Here each kg is divided into 10 parts and identify this part with lines. Like this. These are graduated balances and the digital balances. Most of the people in your country uses mostly these digital balances because that's very easier to replicate. And unlike these graduated balances, which is very complicated. This looks like an analog, and that's the digital form. Like there's numbers which you would like would appear when you put a thing in there, like my hand. It will show that my hand, suppose my hand is 0.2 gram, then it might show that my hand is like 0.02 gram. Next up, presently digital balances are replacing the graduated balances. The digital balance looks like a small box with a digital display on one scale. Their weight is measured in grams. Some of them are capable of calculating the price goods to be measured, just like a calculator. You could see that's like a almost like a calculator. For this reason, the use, but that actually isn't the calculator. That's used for different purposes. Like calculator, you could see that there may be some digital thing. For this reason, the use of these balances is more convenient. However, for the measurement of large amount goods, classical balances are still in use. 3 to 4, measuring volume of liquids. You might do these activities by yourself. I'm not gonna talk about in the future for this. The space is occupied by a liquid is the volume of the liquid. A solid length, weight, and height, but the liquid has no definite shape. It's take the shape of its container, so the liquid are measured by a measuring part of the definite volume. Usually, we use a 1 liter measuring container. This measuring container are conical or cylindrical shaped aluminium mugs of quarter, half, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. liters. Again, in the vertical container made of transparent glass marked by 25, 50, 100, 200, 300, 500, 1000 milliliters are widely used. Usually, these parts are while measuring milk and oil. You may be recognized by this. That's very recognizable. You have maybe seen this. You might have seen this. Me too. I have also seen this. Like when they measure the liters of milk or something else, which is liquid. That's the 1 liter mug, and that's the 1 liter graduated mug. That's used for milk, and might be used for water. In a jar, you keep and you pour it on the glass, and they need it. That's all. Nowadays, for convenience of consumers, edible oil is sold in bottles. The bottle of 1, 2, 5, and 8 liters are used widely. A variety of soft drinks are sold in 250, 500, 1,200 milliliter or the volume of bodies. That's the 1 liter and 5 liters bottle. In English, 1 cubic centimeter is abbreviated as cc. 1 cubic centimeter is equal to 1 milliliter. 1 cubic inch is equal to 16.39 milliliters approx. Metric units of the measurement of the volume. 1000 cubic centimeters cc is equal to 1 cubic decimeter. 1000 cubic decimeters is equal to 1 cubic meter. 1000 cubic centimeters is equal to 1 liter, and 1 liter water is the weight is equal to 1 kilogram. Example 1. If 420, now we are going to do maths physically. Example 1. If 420 metric tons of potatoes produces 16 acres of land, then how much potatoes are produced in 1 acre of land? So in the 16 acres of land produced 420 metric tons of potatoes. So in the 1 metric ton, 420 divided by 16 metric ton of potatoes. Then you have to convert into the fractions. So it is said that 26 and quarter metric tons or 20 metric tons. 25, I don't know what's this, 250 kg. The production of potato per acre is 226 metric tons, 250 kg, and that's the answer. Let's move to example 2. Raihan produces 400 kg paddy from 1 acre of land. If he gets 700 gram of rice out of 1 kg of paddy, what quantity of rice does he get? Solution: 1 kg of patty gives 700 gram of rice. So 400 is equal to 700 multiplied by 400. So that gram is equal to, you have to convert it into the kg. That's simple. Example 3. A car burns 10 liters of diesel to run 80 kilometers. How much is the distance does it require to run in how much diesel does it require to run 1 kilometer? Solution: the car runs 80 kilometers by burning 10 liters of diesel. So the car runs by 1 kilometer. That's very easy. That's very much easy. So in the example 5, it says the base and height of the triangle field. If you just memorize the triangle formula, so you could do this. Ain't gonna show that. So in the example 5, it says same. In example 6, that's very much critical. So in the example 6, it said a pond with banks with 80 meters long and 50 meters wide. If the width of the bank on the all sides is 4 meters, what is the area of the banks? You could see a pond with banks is 80 meters long and 50 meters wide. 80 meters long and 50 meters wide. If the width of the bank of all sides is 4 meters, that's the 4 meters of the all sides of the banks. That's the bank. Actually, what is the area of the banks? That means they wanted to explain this without these beaches. They wanted to explain this. They want us the area of the banks. This part only. I'm sorry, not this part. That isn't say. Sorry for that. Sorry for my inconvenience. It wanted to explain this part, actually, not that part. So not that part, actually, this part. What is the area of the banks? This part, actually, the beaches. So we're going to do the solution. The length of the pond excluding banks is equal to 80 minus 4 multiplied by 2. You may ask that why is it 4? This is 4 because this is the 4 meter and 80 because of the length. This is the 4 and 2 because there are two right in mainly in general in a quadrilateral there are two lengths and there are 2 lengths and 2 widths. So it is 4 because of this and 2 because of this. So 80 4 multiplied by 2 is equal to 72 meters. And the width of the pond excluding banks is 50 4 multiplied by 2 meters is equal to 42 meters. The area of the pond including banks, you have to do it without this. The area of the banks including banks, that means you have to do this all the areas. We have to do this all, and then it will come the area of the pond excluding banks. That means without banks. Then you have to do the 72 multiplied by 42 square meters. Then it came the outcome. Then it came the result. Then you have to multiply total area by this result. The result without the banks. So it will come the area of the banks. The area of the bank is 976 square meters. That's all. Example 7. The perimeter of the rectangular house is equal to the perimeter of a square house. The length of the rectangular house is 3 times the breadth. The cost to cover the floor with a carpet is taka 11,025 at the rate of taka 75 per square meter. Assuming the breadth A, find the area of the rectangular house by A. Determine the length and breadth of rectangular house. How much tiles with 40 square centimeters will be needed to cover the floor of the square house? So, solution A. Let the breadth of the rectangular house be 8 meters. That they assumed it. Length is 3 meters because in the question it has already said that the length of the rectangular house is 3 times the breadth. So it's called the 3 meter. Therefore, area is equal to 3a multiplied by a square meters is equal to 3a square meters. TK 75 is expanded to cover 1 square meter floor of the house. So 11,025 is equal to 147 square meter floor of the house. Therefore, the area of the floor is 147 square meters. As per question, you just make this a square root, and the square by doing the square root, you'd get the result of the A is equal to 7 meters. Therefore, the breadth of the house is 7 meters. Therefore, the length of the house is 3a meters is equal to 3 multiplied by 7 is equal to 21 meters, as it's included in the question. As answer is length is 21 meters and the breadth is 7 meters. C. Getting from B, the length of the rectangular house is 21 meters and the breadth is 7 meters, as previously explained this. The perimeter of the rectangular house, we have to mention the formula of the perimeter. We know the perimeter's formula is equal to 2 length plus breadth. So 21 plus 7 meters is equal to 56 meters. The perimeter of the square house is equal to 56 meters. The length side of the square house is 56 multiplied by 4 is equal to 40 meter. The floor of square is equal to 40 multiplied by 40 square meters is equal to 196 square meters. The square tile is equal to 40 multiplied by 40 centimeters. So it was converted to meters from 0.4 meter multiplied by 0.116 square meters. Therefore, the number of tiles of the square to cover the floor is equal to 1 is divided, and this called 1. It came the result. Okay, it's 12,000 1,225 number of tiles in there, and that's the answer. And those are the answers you can do by yourself, and you could learn and you could practice all this yourself. Now let me just move to the exercise 3, and I do from 1 to 10 because that's easy, and others I have to do practically to show you the solutions. So let's not waste time and move to the exercise 3. So that's the exercise 3. So 1 square foot is equal to how much square centimeters? Previously we have learned, so it will be 929 square centimeters. If the length of the 1/8 of the cube is 3 meters, which one of the following is total surface area of the cube? So if the length of the 1/8 cube is 3 meters, okay, 1/8 of the 3 meters was the total surface of the area of the cube. So we have to do the length of the 1/8 of the cube. 3 multiplied by 3 is equal to 9. 9 multiplied by 4 is 36. If the length of the 1/8 of a cube is 3 meters, okay, which of the following is the total surface area of the cube? Total surface area. So you have to multiply by 3 multiplied by 3 is equal to 9. Then you have to multiply by 6 9 6 9 1 9 9 2 9 times 18 9 2 times 18 9 3 times 27 9 4 36 9 5 45 9 times 6 54. So it will come 54 square meters. It is done by 3 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 6. Answer to the question number 3 and 4 in the light of the following information. The length of the rectangular garden is 3 times the breadth. Walk around the garden makes 400 meters. How much meters the length of the garden? So that it would be 3 times the breadth is the 400 meters. So I don't know, let me just bring the calculator so I could even explain it clearly. Okay, I have brought the calculator. So the length is the 3 times the breadth. Okay, I have accepted. Walk around the garden makes 400 meters. Okay, if we just make it 400 divided by 3, so it doesn't make any sense. But we have to do 3x is equal to x is equal to 3x square. 3x square divided by x. Okay, let me just do it. 3x square is equal to 400 meters. So x square is equal to 400 multiplied by divided by 3 is equal to x square is equal to what? 400 divided by 3 is equal to like this. If you just root it, so we'll get 11.548. That's not the issue. Let me just do it for this. I have reminded not for following it like this. I've followed that. You should 3x plus. You should find the parameter first. So we know the parameter is okay, let me just bring the paper for explanation. You have to know the parameter. What's the parameter? 2 length plus breadth. Then you have to do this 2 multiplied 3x plus x, as length is 3 times length is 3 times. I'm doing this as rough, okay guys. Length is 3x because it's 3 times, and the breadth is x times. Okay, 3 is equal to x meter. So 2 multiplied by 4x. Okay, let me just put it 400 400 400 meter, 400 meter, and that will be 8x is equal to 400 meter. Next up, we have to do x. We have to find the x. So 400 divided by 8 meter. So if you just cut it, so you'd get 50 meter. So breadth is equal to 50 meter. So length is 3x. So length would be 50 multiplied by 3 meter, so that would be 150 meters. So we get the answer. So that would be the 150. How much square meters in the area of the garden? You have to find the area of the garden. So it would be like we have already found the area of the garden. So that would be 150 multiplied by 50. What's that would be? So 150 multiplied by 50 is equal to 7,500 or 7,500. So that's the answer. Is the area of the garden. What's the meaning of the deci in Latin? 1/5, 1/10, 1,000, or 100. Deci means 100 actually. Deci 100. Answer the question number 6 and 7 in the light of the following information. The length of the breadth of piece of land is 20 meter and 50 meter respectively. What is the perimeter of that piece of land? That's very easy. You have to find only the parameter. So 235, so that would be 70. So we have found it in already the 70 meters. 2 meters wide walkway is made around the inside of the piece of land. How many meters is the area of the piece of land excluding the walkway? So it is already made 70 meters the walkway. So how many meters is the piece of land excluding the walkway? So that's the total perimeter, right? So we have to find like this. We have already got the length and the breadth. Length 15 is breadth and 20 is length, and we have to find what the length without what walkway. We have to find length without walkway. So we would find this 20 minus 2 into 2, so 16. We have already find the length with the walkway is equal to 16 meter, and same as breadth. Breadth would be 15 multiplied by 4 is equal to 11. Am I right? 15 multiplied by 4, yeah, 11 meters. So it's the 16 and 11 is the how much meters the area of the piece of land. So now we have to multiply this because we have to find the area. So what's 16 times 11? 16 times 11 is equal to 176. So that's the 176 meter. So that's the answer, 176 meter experienced in kilometers. Okay, we'll do next time. We have to do 8, 9, 10. Next time we'll start from 8 and up to 70. Next time in the next video we would start exercise 8 up to 27, because I have to do all this in practical. So see you guys in this, and see you guys in the next video. That's enough for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like and subscribe this channel. See you later. Okay, bye.